Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge video. Hope you had a productive week and that you're looking forward to start your weekend. But first, as always, a brand new challenge is upon us and today we are taken to the planet of Kamino and we have to take down Galactic Republic. We all know what that means. Steadfast retribution. I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, there'll be YouTube chapters below if you want to skip through to the battles. Otherwise, I'll obviously do the modifiers and defeats first. 2 battles needed for me today to get max rewards. Potentially, you could actually get all the feats done in a single battle with bounty hunters, especially if you got Jabba, or also maybe if you get lucky, you know, with your boss bounty hunters. I wasn't able to get one of the feats done, hence the second battle with Palpatine and Vader. Okay, let's look at the global modifier basic training. So we got whenever a character in the leader ends their turn, everybody gain a stack of morale, and then whenever you deal damage to an enemy or you recover health, you gain another stack of morale, and then whenever a character is inflicted with a debuff or damage, they lose morale. So it's kind of like slowly stacking morale. Another cool mechanic here is that whenever you defeat somebody, that character then takes all the stacks of morale from the whoever defeated. So it's all about here this stacking morale, and then when a character starts their turn with a 10 or more, they gain advantage, and whenever they end their turn with 15 or more stacks of morale, they gain protection up. Now this is a little bit tricky because Padme loves protection up, right? So these guys, they gain extra protection up 50% if they do reach 15 or more stacks of morale. So, you know, they'll be very durable if this happens. Now, what is morale, you say? Well, let's go and have a look. So for each stack, we gain critical damage, defense, max health, potency, and tenacity. So 3% doesn't sound a whole lot, but if you quickly stack it up, you know, it could affect the battle there, that you can do some big damage and as well take a few more hits. Speaking of taking hits, we've got a bounty hunter modifier. Thrill of the hunt, we start with 9 stacks of true defense, which will reduce the damage that we receive. So it's 10% damage reduction per stack. So this is even the courage damage or any sort of damage we get will be reduced. And then whenever we gain our payout, we gain frenzy for 1 turn, and as well 100% increased damage and cooldowns on a reset. So as soon as we get contract, we'll get rolling, we'll be getting turns because of frenzy, increasing damage, you know, Boba nuking guys with his execute ability, and as well we'll be resetting our cooldown. So this is pretty powerful modifier actually for bounty hunters. It's really fun to use. Now Galactic Republic modifier, I guess, needs no introduction, so I'll just leave it at that. Just give you a moment of silence just to remind yourself what Steadfast Retribution will do. Okay, alright, let's look at the feats next. Kind of straightforward feats today. You have to win with a full team of bounty hunter units, complete the battle without losing a unit, and finally complete the battle after inflicting damage over time 30 times. Now obviously if you've got Jabba, you could run that sort of a bounty hunter team with Jabba in there, and then if you don't, Boss Lead does work. Obviously definitely will need Mando in there for the insta kill. Griff, I guess it's nice for the healing and things like that, and you will need him for mass assist to trigger contract quickly. And then I guess the final 2 slots are kind of up for debate what you want to use. I decided to go with Boba because his big execute after you gain contract can do a lot of damage if somebody, you know, they get lots of protection up on the enemy side. And as well, Boba can as well land damage over time. So same thing with Dengar, he also can land some damage over times as well. So I was hoping that between these two, I've done it in the past, they were able to complete damage over time feat for me previously. This time unfortunately not, hence the second battle. As I said, potentially bounty hunters could get all the feats in a single battle. In case you're wondering the speed, Padme, she's very fast. Like Mike Bosk is like 330 some speed and Padme still went first. And why this is important, because you will want to keep restarting until Padme starts off with a basic. You don't want her starting with one of her specials. That's really is, I guess, the only RNG of today's challenges. There you go, this was my first attempt. Padme did a kick, stun somebody, get out, retreat, get back in. So just repeat this a few times until Padme did this. For me, she did it on her second attempt, on my second attempt. There we go, we get a taunt up with Bosk, we do mass assist on Ahsoka. This now gives obviously taunt on Kenobi. I'm just gonna go ahead, unload an AoE here from Dengar. I'm gonna save the mass assist for now until we dispel. There we go, let's go ahead, dispel the taunt on Kenobi. Because of Frenzy, Boss gets an immediate turn, do his mass assist, contract triggered. Let's see if we can get some ability blocks out just on Kenobi, unfortunately. Let's go ahead, renew the taunt. Remember, we got payout now triggered, so we'll be doing more damage. Let's go ahead, insta-kill Padme. Anakin not liking that, but because of the true defense, we were able to take a hit. We just keep unloading our AoEs. I'm just gonna do basic here. Come on, just basic. I don't wanna tick any off again, so I'm just kind of being very careful here of what I'm doing. Let's go ahead, dispel protection up from Arc Trooper. So, he doesn't get courage on him, just basic there. And here comes Boba with his big nuke. Anakin's got a few buffs on him. The increased damage from the modifier help us there, nuking Anakin. And with Padme and Anakin out, I mean, it's pretty... I mean, these guys are still annoying to deal with, especially Ahsoka, but the biggest threats are now out of here. It's just a case of going after these guys. Arc Trooper's a little bit annoying, he can counterattack, there he goes. So definitely still have to be a little bit careful. Now we go, getting some damage over times out, as you can see. So I was hoping it's gonna be enough, but it wasn't. Let's get a stun on Kenobi. Let's see if we can actually blow somebody up. Come on, Boba. I wasn't quite big enough. There we go. Mando putting Kenobi in the grave. Arc Trooper dying from damage over times. Now just have to deal with Ahsoka and Retribution. Oh man. Come on. She still got Retribution. There we go. We got a stun on her. Heal up. There we go. Finish Ahsoka off. And this completed for me the Bounty Hunter feat and obviously the Flawless as well. Unfortunately, as mentioned, did not get damage over times. Again, without feat tracker, I have no idea how close I was. So, decided instead of retrying it with Bounty Hunters, just decided to, there is no C-3PO on their side. So obviously C-3PO could make Palpatine turn meter train a little bit annoying. However, without C-3PO, as we know, Palpatine in most cases can run circles around Padme. I bring in Kylo Ren and Mask just for the pre-taunt, just to eat up the kick from Padme. As well, he's immune basically from courage damage, so that's an extra bonus from them. And just go into Merciless, do a Force Crush, get ability blocks. Final Force Crush I saved up for Arc Trooper, because remember, he can counterattack, so we don't want him doing anything like that. Gonna go ahead, drop a Fracture on Kenobi and isolate Padme. As you can see, luckily the rest of the squad, aside from Padme, they're quite slow. So I was able to get out all my abilities out before they even get a turn. Come on, Annie. Come on, Vader. You've got this. Offense up, advantage. So it's guaranteed crit. Come on. Alright, let's try to finish this. There we go. Anakin down. Padme isolated, so she won't be able to spread courage to others if she does get a turn. But there you go, Vader already, another Merciless. So we're really running circles around these guys. Just basic there on Padme to stun her. Remember, basic from Thrawn will stun enemies with ability blocks on them, can't be resisted. Alright, just there we go, finished off Ahsoka. Let's go ahead and land that Fracture on Kenobi, get a stun over on the Arc Trooper, get another Merciless, another Force Crush. As you can see, Palpatine here really running circles around them, definitely bringing in Thrawn there and Traya for the Isolate and Fracture. We can keep these guys under control, and some pre-taunting tank of your choice just to eat up the kick at the beginning from Padme should help you out here to get this quite easily. The damage over time, I don't know how many I applied, probably like 100 or something, not only 30. But it's good to see a little bit easier challenge, from that General Grievous RNG fest we had on Monday. The only RNG here really is the starting sequence. Just keep restarting until Padme starts off with a basic, and then just follow the sequence that I showed you. Very easy, straightforward. Get a contract, get rid of Padme, nuke Anakin with execute from Boba, and then you should be good to go. Thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.